What's up, everybody? Chewy89 coming today with another One Piece chapter review, and this time it's 1026. I feel like it's been forever since we've gotten a One Piece chapter. Granted, it's only been like 2 weeks, but we're back at it again. And this time we're continuing the battle on Onigashima. But before we do all that, can you guys do me a favor? Subscribe to my channel, dislike the video. We'll have more One Piece content. Subscribers up the channel grow and all that good stuff. You guys continue to keep doing it, it'd be great. And comment down below, let me know your thoughts about it, about the chapter itself and all that good stuff. So anyways, we get into this chapter and we start off with, I believe his name is Itetsu, the guy with the mask and then the long nose. We saw in the beginning of Wano. Haven't seen much of since. We're gonna see him a few times, and he's in the flower capital with the girl who can't cry, who's basically constantly smiling. I think it's Otoko, and basically Itetsu's worried about Otama, and what she's doing in Onigashima, and and rightfully so. He should be concerned. With Otama, especially, with all the craziness that's happening there, with all the dangerous people that are there, fighting and all that stuff, I'd be concerned too. But good to see. Right now, Otama's did her part in the arc so far, and gave out the Kimi Dango, so she's doing well. And but he's rightfully concerned here, to be concerned of I'll talk. And I'm really curious about Itetsu. I want to know more about this character. Like, what's he about? Like, where's he from? I feel like there's something there. Like, there's a reveal there that hasn't happened yet and will soon. I'm really curious. I really don't have any thoughts about Itetsu right now. I have to sit down and think about it and what his deal is. But we'll get there at some point. I don't know. So right now we do get a silhouette as this is happening. We do get a silhouette, and Onigashima is getting within sight of where the flower capital is and all that stuff, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to getting to there and just being dropped like a bomb. Like, dude, once that thing hits, dude, a lot of people are gonna die. Like that, dude. That is a massive island to drop like on just another piece of land, dude. People are just gonna, whoa, it's gonna be bad. So anyway, then we cut to the top of Onigashima, and of course we're getting reports saying that Yamato's basically holding off Kaido and all that stuff. And of course, it's an unbelievable sight. There's two dragons here and all that stuff. So they're doing all these reveals, letting everybody know on the island what's going on, and just giving updates and stuff like that. The two dragons are squaring off and stuff. And it's a really cool silhouette. It's like Kaido and Momonosuke. They're both looking at each other like these dragons. I mean, it's awesome. Really cool stuff. And nobody knows who the other dragon is yet, right? Because we know that's been announced, just came out of nowhere. And of course, we get a flashback with Yamato thinking about Momonosuke, like if he can just turn into a giant dragon, he could help out here and do what he needs to do. And of course, Momonosuke figured it out, made himself an adult. And I can't wait for the reveal when he's not in dragon form of how he looks. Right? He's probably gonna look very similar to Odin, maybe a little different. But we'll see. I can't wait for that. So like I said, this is all being talked about. Everybody's listening. Nobody knows who nobody knows who this dragon is. And of course, they're getting reports that Yamato's been holding off Kaido, and we were getting little, sidebars with like Queen or whatever. And, they're not surprised that Yamato can hold off Kaido. Obviously not beat Kaido, but like hold him off for a bit. They're not surprised because, Yamato's, Kaido's kid. It's expected, right? So then from there, Kaido does a blast breath, and of course, Momonosuke dodges the blast breath, and of course, Luffy's like, "You do a blast breath, so we can counter it." You know what I mean? And counter the blast with the blast breath. Of course, he doesn't know how to do that yet. He's just turned into a giant dragon. So Momonosuke just goes ahead and dodges it. So from there, Luffy tells Momo to do something. He turns into not gear fourth, but basically turns his punch it to like a Kong gun or something like that, or elephant gun, I'm sorry, and goes and punches Kaido right in the head, and he lands right on top of the skull dome there, which is a really cool shot, which is really well drawn, by the way. That attack is really, really nasty. And Luffy's just coming here ready to fuck up Kaido basically and get this shit over with, basically. Sorry for the cursing, but that's what he's basically ready to do at this point. So Luffy, we find out what Luffy says. Luffy's asking Momo to bite him. So after the punch is drawn, after I do the punch, go bite him, hold him, and I'm, basically just go to town. You know what I mean? And of course, Momonosuke is still scared. He's still, he's still that kid. Remember, he grew up physically, but his heart, his mentality is still that of a kid. You know, he remembers Kaido being the vicious monster that he is and doing what he did to his father and his mother, still very traumatic to him. So that's still a thing. He's getting over that little by little. And once he thinks about the past and everything that's happened, it basically gives him the motivation to go in and just just bite the hell out of Kaido. And you see Kaido's, the expression on Kaido's dragon's face, like, like this hurts, you know what I mean? Like this is brutal. So he's biting and holding on, and and he's holding on for dear life right now. And of course, the minute he speaks, Momonosuke, he's basically remembering, hey, listen, you ruined Wano, man. You did all this. Like, I gotta bring it back to what it was, and to build up that courage to do this. You know what I mean? And of course, he says, his mom and dad would be alive if it weren't for this guy, and he's right. And from there, Luffy goes in as he's holding on Kaido and just does another punch and hits him again. And once that happens, from there, we get a cut. We go to the next scenes, and right now it's basically Jack versus Nekomamushi. I'm sorry, Jack versus Inuarashi, and Perospero against Nekomamushi. And I wish, again, I think we're at the point now. I think it's confirmed. I think the anime is gonna handle these battles better. I think for me, Oda's just trying to get through this as fast as possible, because we didn't get much between these battles here. You know what I mean? We're going back to the battle, at least for this one, and we're seeing that Inuarashi and Nekomamushi are down. Really didn't get much or of anything with these battles. So I am happy about that. I think Oda's just leaving it to the anime. He's like, okay, let me get through this. Anime will take care of it, and that's fine. And I'm cool with that. I mean, but I really wish we could see a little bit more here, but that's fine. So right now, Inuarashi and Nekomamushi got their backs against the corner, because right now the full moon's been covered by clouds. So, of course, they're I mean, I'm pretty sure this is due to Kaido, because they're saying dragons call forth storm clouds and stuff like that. So basically, they're covering up the moon. So having these two dragons here is basically nerfing Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. And they're both on the ground, and they're both in a bad way right now. And things aren't looking so good. And then, of course, I think from here, we're finding out. I think people are just starting to find out that Momonosuke is the other dragon, I believe. Because now we get another mention, and somebody says Momo, and everybody's like, oh, Momonosuke something. I'm like, what's this all about? Because the transponder's still there. I think there's somebody watching this battle, and there's a transponder still there. So this is getting reported all the way throughout. So he's saying you just bit one of the four, and Luffy's just saying you just bit one of the four emperors, man. Like, Luffy's like, basically, man, if you could do that against one of the four emperors, like, you shouldn't be scared of anything. Like, and he's right, man. You're going up against one of the four emperors, and you do something like that, like, you're a boss. Like, Luffy just went to Whole Cake Island and got a $5 billion berry. Like, granted, he beat, him and Katakuri had a nice battle and stuff like that. But he didn't beat Big Mom. Like, he was just there and escaped and got notoriety. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's a big deal if you can do this to a Yonko. So, I mean, from there, and then why is that being said? Remember, that's being broadcasted. This is being broadcasted throughout New Onigashima and all that stuff. So, we're all finding out that Momonosuke is a dragon, and Luffy's up there, he's back, and he announces that he's going to definitely beat Kaido. And again, this is motivation, this is the morale, this is everybody listening to this, now they're hearing this, and now they're motivated, and the battles continue, basically. So right now, of course, we get a cut of Big Mom. Now, here's the thing. We get a little cut between Big Mom, Kid-in-Law, okay? Notice Kid-in-Law are kind of damaged, and Big Mom isn't. Dude, they have no shot against Big Mom. I'll tell you that right now. I don't think that battle's gonna end in a conclusion. My opinion, that battle's gonna end in like, okay, something happened, I'm just gonna dip, and then we'll deal with Big Mom later. That's my opinion, because they're not doing anything to Big Mom. I don't think nothing's gonna happen to Big Mom, personally. And of course, they're both taught, Kid-in-Law, like, he better beat Kaido, man. Otherwise, we're screwed. We're screwed, and we have no way to deal with both of these together. So anyway, so right now we get a nice little battle here, and of course Kaido's like, you think you have a chance against me? Of course Luffy's like, of course I do, as long as I'm still breathing, man. If you don't kill me, bro, I got a shot. I got a chance. So they both clash with Conqueror's Haki, and what I love about this, my favorite thing with Oda, how he deals with the Conqueror's Haki, is like, he makes it seem like a big deal. Like, he gives it so much respect. It's like it's always a grand moment, because what happens here is that the sky splits because of the Conqueror's Hockey clashing, and it reminds me of Shanks and Whitebeard. It's always a big deal when that happens. So like the clouds split open and the worst thing possible happens. The moon gets shown again, and Inuarashi and Nekomamushi turn back into their Sulong form, and both of them basically one-shot Kaido and perospero and Jack, and both of them are down for the count. They're done. Perospero's been defeated. Jack has been defeated. And right now, these battles they're starting. Right now, I think we only got one left. We might have a few left. I'm not sure. And then we can get to the main battle on top of Onigashima, right? So they're both down for the count. And they're done. And of course, at the end here, you get a shot of of course, this is Jack and whoever's been defeated. That's Orochi. There's no mystery there. I feel like we didn't need that at the end there for the mystery. It's Orochi. If you can't see that that's Orochi, then I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, that's it for me. That's the chapter One Piece 1026. Really good chapter. Really nice battle chapter. Moved really quickly. We're getting straight to the point, and we're getting towards the climax of this arc, I think. I don't think we're getting any more plays or acts. I think this is it. And right now we're getting to the climactic battle between Luffy and Kaido, and it's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait. I think the next couple of chapters, if I were Oda, I would spend, because I don't know if there's any other battles left to finish up. If it's just Zoro and Sanji versus King and Queen, I would spend about 2 to 3 chapters on those and really get into detail with those battles, right? I want Oda to take a lot of care with that and just flesh out Zoro and Sanji a little bit, and just have them have a nice drag out battle with 2 Yonko commanders, and just go to town and just have a great time with it. That's it for me, guys. A really wonderful chapter. I mean, for me, it was about 4 out of 5. About 4 out of 5 for me. Chapter, and that's about it. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video, comment down below, give me your thoughts on this chapter. Let me know what you think. Can't wait I'm glad One Piece is back. 2 weeks feels like a long time, and this is a good one. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.